So we've got a full range of our own bottled beers here, which are now all done in-house here. When we first started back in 2007, we were literally just a brewer brewing cask ale beers, and we quickly decided that we needed to supplement that with a range of bottled beers. So initially we contracted it out. We worked with a bottling contractor, and we'd ship beer up to be sterile filtered and bottled, and then we would in effect buy our own beer back. That was the fee for them doing what they did. And it worked great for a couple of years. Then we had some quality control issues. We were receiving beer back that we weren't ever so happy with, and we were raising that as a concern with them, and they were saying to us that they could only bottle what they were given. But the problem with that was that the way we worked is we would brew a full batch of beer, split it in half and send half of it up to be bottled, and then the other half would go into our pubs locally. So we knew that the beer that we were keeping here was perfect because we'd been drinking it in our pubs. So it was very easy for us to disprove the claims that they were making, that they could only bottle the beer that they were given. And so we finally managed to get to the bottom of the problem, which was they were running trials and tests, doing bottle conditioned beers. So our beer was being reinfected with other people's bottle conditioned beers. That was the top and bottom of it. So anyway, at that point we made the decision to basically bring everything back in-house. And so at least we just thought we wanted to be in control of the whole process. So we wanted to keep the product exactly the same as it was. So none of our beers are bottle conditioned. They're all sterile filtered. I think it leads to a much more stable product and a far more consistent product, which is what we wanted to do. Which, when you're dealing on the small size and scale that we are, is I think far more important. So we bottle on average, not quite every week, but maybe every other week. We will bottle about 12 to 1400 bottles in a single bottling run, usually split over 2 different beers. Occasionally we will keg some. The process that we've got here allows us to do very, very small scale keg runs. Obviously Special is the one that we do quite large into keg. The process that we use here means that all our processed and packaged beers, bottles and keg beers, are all vegan friendly. So even though the cask beer, strictly speaking, is not vegan friendly, every one of the bottled beers and keg beers, because of the way we process them, they are all vegan friendly. In a year, that means that we might be producing between probably 40,000 bottles. If you look at some of the big brewers, they're probably throwing that out in a day or maybe even in a couple of hours. We do it all by hand here, so it's a very, very manual, heavy labour driven day. But yeah, it's very, very labour intensive, but it's certainly packaged with care, that is for sure.